So we're working from butterfly guard with like open space. We're going no grips for now. So what we worked on previously was attacking the grips and like winning 2-on-1 to go to arm drags or like elevations and things like that. Okay, but a lot of times if the person is avoiding the grips and like pulling his hands back and away from me, it can be hard. It's a little easier in the gi, but it can be hard to just like kind of like snatch a grip out of the air. If he's avoiding the fight and pulling his hands in, then it becomes difficult to get one. But his head is always gonna be there. So if he is grip fighting, it's hard to just reach up and grab the head, reach up for my head. So if his hands are like in tight, reach up for my head, it becomes difficult. But then that allows you to start the grip fight. Okay, if you're trying to grip fight and he's avoiding that, then it becomes easier to grab his head because there's nothing in the way. Okay, so what I want to do is use my forearm across his, like wedge it into his neck, collarbone junction right here. Okay, and I don't want to use my hand because no matter how much force I can apply in this direction, I can only actually apply to him how much my wrist can handle. So I take my hand out of the equation, I use my forearm, and I break the posture of his neck by bringing it across first, and then I'm going to bring it down to the mat. I'm going to be a little gentle because Ian's neck. Is that okay in that direction?
Yeah.
Nice. So I want to bring it down towards the mat. Okay. This hand, because like I said, we were not able to establish grips. I just need to find somewhere in his arm here, or like right around his elbow, above or below. It doesn't really matter. And I want to create this like cross force, twisting him like this. Okay. Now as I do this, my hip is gonna go in this direction. I'm gonna hip hop like this, and I'm gonna start some momentum that's gonna make me fall over. And the last thing I'm going to do as we go is just give this butterfly hook over here a little kick, okay? So we're grip fighting and he's pulling his hands away, so I know his head's going to be there. So I hop my hip and I kick through, okay? So it's a little bit of it's a move that's it is not going to work slowly, but practice it slowly, right? Just go through each step and he's going to have to give you some cooperation. And then once you get it smoothly, just let the speed pick up on its own. And then it'll work like that. Okay? When we hit this rotation, if I've successfully taken his post away with his arm, the only post he has is his leg. So sometimes he'll be able to get that leg up. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard because I'm putting so much weight onto that side. Put your knee back down. If I put so much weight on that leg, it's going to be hard for him to do it quickly. But maybe he knows what we're going for. He thinks ahead. He puts his post up. So now what I'm going to do is keep this butterfly hook right here, and I'm going to dive under his leg and pull him, or pull myself rather, underneath him. And get up to your step posture. There we go. Nice. So we're in this kind of half X guard now. Okay. So I still have my butterfly hook in over there. I'm controlling his shin or ankle, depending on his leg length, between my like I'm holding an old school telephone, and I'm controlling over his knee. This is important. If he tries to turn and like leg out like this, yeah, I need to be over his knee. So you turn away, he runs into my hand. Okay. If I'm here, he turns. He's gonna slip. So now once we're here, look, I kick him away a little bit, and I get my other hook in on the top, and now I've created my X guard. Okay, go ahead and pop up to both feet, so just for visual, yeah. So see how I have an X here. Nice. Now it doesn't matter if he's on his foot or his knee, we're gonna do the exact same swing. Okay, you can go down. Okay. I'm gonna just kick him away and use the momentum to rock up to my elbow. And if I need to, which a lot of times he'll be pushing back in, I can push away again to get up to my hand. Now once we do that, my top foot is gonna maintain the distance, and my bottom foot is free. Okay, so then come up. Now we're on top. Okay? Okay, so I go for my butterfly sweep, he posts his legs. So I dive underneath, and I go to X guard. Alright, get him up, kick his leg. Now there's a lot of different ways that he can react from X guard. So we're just gonna look at kind of what I find to be the most common. He pops up to his feet because he wants to be able to push, he wants strength to kind of push into me. Now if he stays leaned over, we do the exact same sweep. Kick him away, get up to the elbow, okay? Yeah, he'll actually, even though it feels less secure, have better balance if he stands up, kind of squats like you're surfing. Yeah, so he can kind of ride the wave. Okay. So what I like to do here is kick away, which gets him to. If he's not putting his hands to the mat, it's going to get him to squat his butt down. Now my lower hook can drop down to the ankle, and then I can just bring him this way. So my top hook is going that direction. My bottom hook is kicking his foot out from me. Now I get his butt to the ground. So now I'm going to bring this back to where it was. My hook that stood to the ankle, I'm going to bring it back to where it was so I make sure both knees stay off the ground, and I can pull this foot out from underneath me, staying arms in tight, don't get up to do a triangle because this arm is under his leg, right? So coming up here.